started walking or your dog established the track, keep your dog at the scent pad a little longer. Feel free to point to the scent pad. Remember to wait him out. He will get to work. He just needs that time to make sure he's safe before he starts. So never feel like, oh my God, he's taking too long. You know, just, he takes the time he needs, and that's it. Anyway, he came back to his track just beautifully. There's your change of behavior. And that is your first corner already. And he's just doing a beautiful job. He's lining out really well, but he's not on track. So you need to wait him out till he makes his full 90-degree turn. He's rounding into it, so he has not yet come right into his footsteps. Come on, Rody. He's stuck at the transition. He needs to find his track this side of the transition, and again, you need to give him time. You don't want to give up that this is his corner. It is his corner. He just needs time to find his actual line. And remember that it could be right behind you. Good. You can help, but yes, you're starting to quarter turn so that you can get him turning into you. There's a lot of distracting smells here. Yep. Try to get him turning all the way around. You can see that you don't have a corner to the left because you've got a chain link there. Very good. He's coming back into his track again. He's still a little bit off. You have to back up with him. You're having trouble because you have to maybe back up with him. You're assuming that he's right at his line and he's not. So backing up is really, really important, because everything he's showing you out there is he's out of scent. And you've now inched forward, so you are definitely past your corner. You, as a handler, are past the corner. Because we weren't, we turned before that patch. You're going off on an open angle now with him. So this is what I call a handler giving up. I've done this myself. And the dog starts pulling more on an open angle, and you go, well, maybe it is, or maybe this is it, right? And it's not. We have to back up. So he is paralleling the leg now, which is fine. He may be able to merge you back in, but he's got about 50 yards to get himself into that article. Otherwise, if he misses the first article, you are in trouble, essentially. So we're going to stand on the corner because you're committed now. Oh, hang on. No, that has disappeared. And this is our corner here. This is our line. So I'm going to walk down the line here because I need to see if you can merge into this article. He knows there's an article around. He can actually smell it, and he's starting to check out the garbage. So you can feel that you're not on your track, and it feels not very nice. But, you know, I have faith that he still might pull into that article. Yes, if you see something, you bet your boots, you tell him search and you get him over there. If the dog gets over there, you can get him over there and find that article. But what you don't want to do is go past it, because as soon as you're too far past it, the judge has no, you know, you can fail guiding your dog trying to get him over to that article, or you can fail missing an article. It's your choice. But I'm going to fail trying to guide my dog over to the article. So he's so close to being back on track now, but unfortunately you've gone past the article. But I'm going to stop here because I'm really going to hope that you're going to come back and find that, because you can feel that he's not on track. And if you looked back as to where we are and where we're pointing, you could see that you're not on track. So if you have any suspicions, look back where you came from and go, you know, is that an article over there? The judges are standing over there. Gee, I might be paralleling my leg. And now he's merging into his track. You know what? Now he's on track. And he's going to pull into it really, really nicely. He's just got to find his line now. And he's going to go, here it is. Here it is. So he's had some contamination because the lady with the buggy is running around. And now, of course, he's distracted by that. But you got to give him time. You know, don't give up on what he showed you, because what he showed you was the truth. He's just momentarily distracted. Again, it's a safety issue for Rody. He always has to make sure that all is well. Good. So what you are doing is a very good job of trusting your dog, because all of this must feel very weird to you. Now he's going offline the other way. The problem with being offline the other way is he has a left-hand turn coming up, and if you're offline to the right, it makes it much more difficult for him to make that turn. So I'd like to see you guys get back on track. And again, as the judges, we're standing on the track. And not that I want to teach you how to orient yourself to the judges, but it does help to look back where you came from and try to think, what was my line here? What was my line? Where did I come from? And just kind of try and look at that. So we're moving up here. Look at Diane's sort of filming here. The transitions that he went through were the asphalt, this really dry, what we call mixed terrain, because this is not grass in front of us, and then the gravel. So it's quite a wide patch of non-veg. And this is where I did not want the track layers coming out that way, because you can see what's happening here. And if he winded us along over by that chain link, he'd just pull over there right now, because the chain link is such scent suckers. That's why I was very specific about how we were going to come out of here. So his negatives, remember, are you know, he instead of circling, he tends to sort of go straight out, which from Lori's perspective is a nightmare, because he always looks like he's lining out, but it's actually a negative. Now he's back on his corner. You are off, but he's on, but you have no way of knowing that he's on now, but you're trusting him. Again, what I'm liking here is the relationship. You are trusting him. We're going to cross this now. So what's unfortunate here is that he's paralleling his track. This is one thing I don't like about these short legs, is he's paralleling the scent. Now he's going completely off. And so yeah, you need to save this. Yeah, and you know, of course she's trying to stop him. She's trying to stop him, and she's going, you know what? He's pulling. Yeah. He's pulling. Exactly. But what that's called, it's called like putting a little tension on the line. He's coming back. He's going to come back to his corner. Very good. Good. He's pulling back into it. Go with him. It makes more sense, doesn't it? Again, he's not on track, which is making it just terribly difficult for you. It's almost like there's just no track available here for him today. I don't know why. Yeah, but he needs to get onto hard surface. And so if he paralleled it and just went over to the article, he would have to be failed. Oh. I mean, he's already failed because he missed the article, but I want to see her work through the track, because what she's doing is she's working with her dog. She's problem solving. And they're doing a good job, and she's thinking about the requirements of the test, what she has and hasn't done yet. And as far as she doesn't know, an article could be missing, so she must keep on going until the judge tells her otherwise, right? And I'm not going to tell her otherwise, because I just want her to keep working at this point, right? Because right now they're very close to being on the corner, and he is recovering beautifully, and he's going to take her right back on. Good. He's coming right back. Good. And he's pulling into it. Yes. Hallelujah. Hallelujah. And she's going with him. Now don't ask him, Lori. Don't verbally ask him too much. I know they talked about that last week at the practice, is that I think sometimes it gets a little disconcerting for the dog when they're being asked. I think you kind of have to trust in a way. So he's getting pulled down here on the grass. A lot of that is because he's going into the wind, and a lot of it is because we've had some traffic from that woman who's running round and round and round and round and round, carrying the scent down